What's going on, guys? This is Scott. We're gonna apply to jobs and look at his cover letter and resume and all that stuff. We're gonna hang out for a second while people join. Scott, what's your degree actually called?
My degree, I'm currently graduating December, but my degree will be a BFA in graphic design.
BFA in graphic design. What's the school? Is it a legit school?
Yeah, it's Western Carolina University. It's a
Okay.
public school in North Carolina.
Okay, good.
It's accredited and everything.
So it's not DeVry.
No, it's a real online or no real public school. Not
Yeah, I know.
online.
I'm just playing with you. Julian, what's up? Eric, what's up? All right, so let's look at this portfolio. Why do you have a big thank you at the top?
Whenever we were building our website and portfolio, when I was applying for internships, um, they were saying to like put a little bit of your personality on there, and so I wanted to thank them for looking at my website because I do appreciate it, and I'm trying to be a nice guy.
I would put that towards the bottom. Josh, what up, dude? I'd put it towards the bottom after they scroll through your projects and what you can do. And then, like, think about it like they're going to go to it, they're going to scroll, and they're going to get to the bottom, and then they're going to be like, oh, that's it. And then you're going to have a little thank you message because they scroll to the thank you. Whereas
Okay.
up here, I would probably just change this. Thank you for coming to, hi, I'm Scott, and I'm a graphic designer, or hi, I'm Scott, and I am UI UX, or something like that.
Okay,
That's my 2 cents. Can we scroll down some?
that's fair. Yeah, and then you scroll down and you have my work divided into sections of branding and marketing, have some illustrations, animations, and then videography.
Go to the top left. Branding and marketing.
So I gave a little description at the top. I don't know if you want me to read that or not, but
No.
and then
Are those just straight pictures?
it's pictures, and then you can actually go through as a gallery. Because with my job at our rec center, which is where I work on campus, I'm making all of their digital ads and signage. I also did this video and then some like little short GIFs that would come up on our digital signage. So it's all kind of together, the images and the little GIFs, instead of maybe separate like it should be.
I put a little description for each one of these that says I made this for this, or I made this for this. Just like a little subtitle below each video.
Okay.
Like this was for this company, this was for this promotion. Just like one sentence, 2 sentence blurb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I got some illustrations I made, and this is the same type of gallery thing. I don't think I have a description for this, but this is all for one book that I had to design for a class. So all of these are from one project.
What did you use to make these?
Procreate, iPad Pro.
Okay, so they're like actually drawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are illustrations.
I feel like.
Then
Can you go back to that page for a sec? This page right here is really like so big. I feel like you could have that. Go back. Wait, did you just change the way the grid looked, or what did you do here?
no, this is how it first loads into, and then you can click into a gallery.
Okay, go back. Back again.
Like here. Okay.
So right here you have these 4 sections. You should label these sections. Don't make me hover. You should just have gaps in between, like one on top of the top left, one on top of the top right, and then on the bottom 2 you should also label like what each one is, because I don't know, they just looks like images. Like what happens if I didn't hover over them? I wouldn't know that they're clickable.
Right.
And then you have that one that Liberty is cut off. Yeah, and I would shrink them down. They're huge. Like you put all 4 of these. Are you on 1080 monitor right now, or 1068 by 7 something?
It's a MacBook Pro. I don't know what their Retina dimensions are, but
Right. Okay. Yeah, you could
off
shrink
the top right.
you could shrink this down, I think, a lot. And then
Okay.
it has white space in the middle, but not on like top and bottom. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a designer, dude. I'm just it's really big. That's all. Like I feel like this
Yeah.
should fit in this very clearly.
No, you're totally right. And I actually didn't even notice this that there wasn't space in between, like vertical space.
You're just close to the work, so we see things you don't.
Yeah, and that's why this is perfect because
Yeah.
you don't have my eyes that have been looking at it constantly.
Yeah. What's at the bottom? This is the bottom.
This is the very bottom.
All right. So second, we got to get you on like actual GitHub page because this is not code. This is just the Adobe portfolio.
Yeah, it's just portfolio.
Yeah, you got to make a template. Zlatan,
Yeah.
what up?
Well, like I said, I mean, because it came free with my Adobe CC subscription that I pay every month, so I went ahead and used it since I already had it. But it's not the best.
Yeah,
Especially because I feel like with portfolio specifically, as much as I know and can do as a designer, I really feel like it's limiting to what I can actually do because I'm not able to do exactly what I want to do. I'm like limited to whatever few templates they provide and few actions that they actually let me do.
yeah. Do you have a Behance and do you have a Dribble?
No.
You gotta get these onto those two websites.
Okay.
Behance is a big one. Dribble, I think it used to be invite only, but I think you can sign up for free now. But
Yeah.
Behance is a good place.
I look at Behance for like inspiration and just to look, but I've never posted any work on there before.
It's owned by the Adobe people too, so you can just use your same account and post that there, and then Dribble as well because it's just industry standard for UI UX.
Yeah. Okay.
Go to the about page.
I have a picture of myself and then a description. And this is where I thought it would be better to put a little more personality into it. Not so much that it's like gushing, but a little less serious.
So what I would do is I'd take this page or this section and I'd put it at the bottom of your first page and just delete this. Like delete this page. Just put this picture and this little blurb on the right on your main page, just at the bottom, and then delete that thanks for coming because you say it here, and that would be perfect. So be like, or you could be like, hi, I'm Scott, and then just have a little arrow pointing down to your work, and then they look at your work, and then below that would be this. Or you could go back to your main page real quick. Right here, could you make a gallery that has like little buttons, and then you could click on the buttons to sort by which ones, like animations and design and video. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is that an option in this?
No, I don't think so. You can add image galleries, which is like what all these things are, and you can also add videos individually, but I don't think you could do a gallery with subsections in it.
How do you get the portfolio reviewed? I mean, we're just I just need to message me on Discord. Decide to help.
But what's also what I was talking about, like, it really limits what you actually can do with this about page. For whatever reason, on Adobe's portfolio, from what I was able to see, there was no way for me to add the nav bar at the top, like I have it everywhere else on my website, to the top of an about page. So I had to add a home button here, because there's no other way to click up here to use the nav bar. There was just no way to put it there. So Adobe Portfolio is not the best.
Go to templated.co.
Templated?
Yeah, templated.co. Scroll through here, see if you can find something that you like. You know like the basics of HTML, CSS, that stuff, right?
Yep, I know HTML and CSS, but so you haven't done Java.
Yeah, you don't really need that. It's kind of all built in. So maybe like full motion. Go to full motion.
Yeah. You know, demo it?
Yeah, just go to demo. And then you could put each one of these as a project,
Mm-hmm.
and then scroll down some more. Yeah, I would just pick your best 6 projects, and I'd put them here, and then maybe have
Like without the subsections at all.
Yeah, probably what I
Okay.
do. And then you have your
Yeah.
videography at the top because it has a video background.
Mm-hmm.
You could put your videography whatchamacallit. Actually, click on the watch button real quick.
Watch.
Scroll down. Click on the watch.
Oh.
I think it pops up like a video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have that for your videos. That'd be good.
Yeah. That would be really good. Well, it's just I think when I'm going to be graduating and applying for actual career jobs, I don't know that I would be including my videography because I don't really want to focus on that in my career as much. That portfolio website was for getting an internship, so I wanted to see as like valuable and flexible as possible.
Go back to different templates. Let's find another one. Let's see.
That blog looks good.
Yeah, I mean, you're the designer. You can pick what you think would be good. But I would just pick a few of your best pieces of work for design and UI UX and put them here like this.
Okay.
And then
I didn't even know this existed.
change the more button to be a Behance link and a Dribble link. That would be good.
Okay.
Because you could pick your favorite 4 here, and you could have everything hosted on Behance and Dribble. Then they could go find the rest easy. And then you can give a little description with the titles there.
Yeah. So would you just how does it download as a template?
Click
How
download,
would you input that?
Top right. If you open that up in an editor.
Open the whole folder?
Yeah. You have like Visual Studio Code or something?
Yeah.
What up, Mohammed? Would you rather do YouTube or programming? Dude, YouTube's not really my job, but I would do YouTube any day. Of course I do YouTube any day. What up, Skinny Slim? How's it going?
Everyone gets to see my awful file system.
Do you have Live installed, like extensions installed in here?
I don't know what you mean.
I guess that's a no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just go to File, Open Folder, and then go find this folder in the VS Code. Or Workspace. You have to extract it with a zip file.
Oh, I did extract it. It's on my...
Yeah, just open that templated. That'll work.
Can I just drag it in here?
Sure. It's gonna be in your thing there. Okay, go to the extensions on the left. It's below the bug, yeah, that.
Okay.
And then type live. Get live server. Yeah, sweet. All right, in the bottom right, click go back to your papers at the top left. And then index. And then click go live at the bottom blue bar. That little Wi-Fi looking symbol down at the bottom.
Oh, I did. This menu popped up.
Choose working space. Yeah, sure. Templated epilogue. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now you can see this here. And then you can just go in the code and change it. And as you change and save, this will update in real time.
Yeah.
So
that's so easy. I didn't know that's how templates worked.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really dumb, but
yeah, dude, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so this is what I would do. I'd move your portfolio into a style like this. And then where it says epilogue, maybe just put hi, I'm Scott, and then below that, where that a free responsive site template, just put your little I'm a graphic designer or something, or UI UX, whatever.
Okay.
Super simple. Okay, let's go to your cover letter. Let's look at that. Let's see. I love the channel doing free go camp. Nice, man. Can you give me advice how to get a girlfriend? My social skills are really bad and girls don't like me. What do you mean social skills are bad? What does that mean?
So this is I had to write a cover letter, obviously, to apply for internships, and I wrote a cover letter on my own, and then ran it by my design professor, who is quite old, and this is what he came up with, how it actually should sound.
You don't. You had an intern, right? You had an internship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I finished it at the end of this summer.
But that wasn't this, right? This is a different job?
No, this was about the same. I mean, obviously with just changing like the company name up here and everything. But this is pretty much it. I didn't want to send it to people because I didn't agree with the changes he made. So what I did instead, and how I got my internship, I actually got, was I just emailed the business owner directly and actually like introduced myself, and we got to talking on the phone, and then I got an interview that way.
I don't ever start my cover letters with dear or whatever. I just say, hello, my name is X. I am a X. And then I talk about my history from then on, right? Like my name is X. I am X, and this is what I've done. This is why I believe I can do this for you. I don't know what you did at your last. What did you do at your last intern?
I worked marketing for a university that was right around, as well as local businesses. So like marketing and branding for their different departments, and then for the local businesses, I was doing posters and stuff that they would hang up.
Okay, so you didn't actually do like design stuff for them?
No, I did. Sorry, the marketing involved like posters, signs, billboards. We did a video shoot, some tiny little bit of WordPress I got to work on. Graphic design intern.
Did you do any code, any dev at all?
Once. But I've caught I used WordPress to fix a bug that somebody missed. But I'm not very familiar with WordPress. I mostly just have taught HTML and CSS on my own. So not using WordPress.
So below your first sentence there, I'm writing to express my. I don't even say that. They already know that you're interested. That's why you're getting the cover letter. You don't have to say, hello, I'm applying to X position, because you're literally applying for that. They know what position that you're applying to. Right. You don't have to say that, but I would instead say, at my previous position. I don't say at my previous internship. I don't say at my previous job. I just say previous position. Keep it ambiguous. They don't need to know. If they want to ask, they'll ask. But hey, they have to contact you back to ask, which is good. That's what you want. Right. So I would say at my previous position, I was responsible for all of the graphic design related to marketing. I was also responsible for X, and I was responsible for X. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In let's see. How do I say this? In utilizing my skills with X program, I was able to create this, and then you link to those things, like link to demo graphics that you made in here, like as an actual link that I can click on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just because he's such old school and just out of the loop, that's why I didn't want to send the cover letter to people, because I didn't agree with what he did or wrote. So
this is just a resume in cover letter form, right? Like, I could do Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects, Premiere, Photoshop. Like that goes on a skills section on your resume. It doesn't say what you've done, and it doesn't show any demos of what you've done. It doesn't even offer to show to other people what you've done. Let's look at your resume real quick.
Okay.
Let me answer some questions in chat real quick. You go transition from mechanical engineering to big data. What steps should I take since most positions? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big data dude. I don't really know. Most positions need a comp sci. I mean, I don't know. You could take a dev position and then ask to work with the data scientist at the dev job. What else did I miss? If you guys have questions, just drop them in the chat. But yeah, he's not paying me $900. I'm just doing this because I had an idea to help someone apply to jobs, and he's doing graphic design, so that's what we're doing. Okay. Okay, all right. Number one, big deal here. Take off your abilities or remove those little progress bars.
Okay.
How much does that, what does that gray space mean? Tell me what that gray space in the Photoshop progress bar means.
I don't know. I was trying to show where my ability relates to the other programs, but I feel like the bar is an arbitrary measurement. Like it doesn't really mean anything.
So well, number one, you don't have any units to even give me an idea of what those bars mean. And then number two, your units of efficiency could be different than someone else's units. So like when you say I'm an expert to someone else, you could be like a master, you know? Like you're like, you're like, you know, you install something on the computer for your grandparents and they're like, you're a wizard. And you're like, what? Like that's the same thing with this. It's like to other people you could be a wizard, and to other people you could be like, this guy's a noob. So take those off.
Yeah.
Take these all off.
Okay.
And maybe just put symbols next to them.
Okay.
Education, contact info. Is there a reason why everything is lowercase?
That was a choice. I just like the way it looks.
Okay. I would be careful with saying graphic designer because you're going to get limited to graphic design. I would just say designer. And if they ask what kind, you could say UI designer or UX designer or graphic designer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and then take off anticipated graduation date. They don't need to know. It doesn't matter if you graduated or not, to be honest, unless the company cares. But they can ask, and that requires them to contact you back. So that's what I do. I take references off. I don't give references unless they request references.
Okay.
Marketing logos. I need links. Past projects don't exist if I can't see them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like if I wanted to say, well, like marketing logos, how do I go see them? You know, do I go to your website? Yeah. But there's no link to your website. Do I go to your Behance? No link to the Behance. You know what I mean?
But wouldn't I be sending my resume with like either an email or something that has my portfolio attached to it?
Is that how you typically do it? Because there wasn't a portfolio on your cover letter.
I would probably be sending it with an email and including that link in there, but I agree with what you're saying. I'm not trying to disagree with what you're saying.
No, I'm not. Yeah, dude, just tell me if you think I'm wrong. Like, please, let's discuss.
Yeah. I don't know, because normally when I would be applying for internships and other positions, this would be an attachment in an email I would be sending to them, introducing myself and explaining my intentions. And then I would include a link to my portfolio at the end of that email. So this would be more of an attachment that would go along with that email.
The first thing that they're going to do is open this resume. So if you have everything on here that they need in one spot, I'd say that's the best way to go.
Okay.
And then, like for marketing logos, you could click on that and it would take you to the site, like the page on your Adobe portfolio with your marketing logos. Identity logos, it could take you to the page with the identity logos, etc. for the posters and t-shirts. Yeah. So that way I don't have to navigate to like 10 different pages, because right now I'd have to go back to the email and look in the email for where you put the link to your portfolio, and then I have to click on that, and then I have to figure out how to navigate your portfolio. Whereas if I click on a skill or your past projects, it just takes me to the direct example right away, and I don't have to navigate.
Right.
Because you don't get that much time with these people.
Yeah. I don't know how much time it is, but I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes they're actually looking at your stuff, so it's not long.
Yeah. Let's see. What up? Doing charity work? Nah, man, I'm just trying to help. Okay, let's look at the graphic designer, May 2018 to present. Is that your actual job right now?
Yep.
So
that's where I still work.
Okay, you're actually doing it. I would just put designer. Again, take graphic designer off. You're gonna
okay.
You know,
I did graphic designer because that's my job position, so I didn't know if I had to be clear with that or not.
I know, but what do you actually do? Like, do you just do graphic design all day?
No.
So put the title that reflects what you do.
Photo and video and everything.
Exactly. So put the title that reflects what you do, because that's what matters. Like,
Okay.
in my opinion, right? We can't change the title of what the company. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You could change the title. Companies like they just give you a title based on what the pay range is. That's how companies decide these things. Companies say, hey, you're a junior dev or you're software developer 1. What does that actually mean? Were you a software developer 1? Is that what you put in a resume? No, I'm going to put I was a PHP developer or something like that. I'm going to put what reflects what I actually did.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put designer.
Okay.
And then if they want to call, your job will be like, oh yeah, he was a graphic designer, or his title was graphic designer, but this is what he did, and it'll still back you up. It's not like they're gonna be like, he lied, excommunicado, John Wick. It's like that's not what they're gonna do.
Okay. Well, and since with internships, and then applying for jobs, like it's the first time I've ever really done it, so I don't know what I'm allowed to bend a little or what I should not, and so it's a little questionable.
Right. So take ideas and turn them into working advertisements, graphics, and animations using layout design and typesetting. It'd be cool if you had examples for those, or any ideas. Help introduce a new, exciting, and attention-grabbing marketing strategy, but you don't tell me what that strategy is. Why not?
Yeah.
What was the strategy that you introduced? Because I would say, helped introduce a new and exciting, attention-grabbing marketing strategy that increased engagement by 300 signups a day or something, right? Like, what was the outcome of that new, exciting marketing strategy?
I asked actually my boss, because I had watched either your videos or some other type of thing that employers actually want quantifiable results. So I asked my boss, I was like, is there any way that we can look to see how many people came to the gym, like before I started working and then after I started working, maybe to get some sort of idea. And she said there wasn't there wasn't a way to do that, which sucks, because I was looking for that quantifiable actual number or percentage to put up there, but I couldn't get it.
Do you know if it was effective or not? Like at all?
I think so. Compared to what they used to have, I think me being there has brought the advertisements and events more to the forefront of people's mind when they're in the building. Because before they were super boring, just black and white, not anything interesting to look at. But then after I started working there and redesigning stuff, it was actually nice to look at and engaging with like the GIFs or like video clips or projects or whatever. So
can you prove any of this? What you're saying?
Not outside of my own head. Yeah, that's why I was talking
rough.
About the quantifiable results.
Yeah, that's rough.
That I can't get.
So I'd probably just take that off then, because it doesn't mean anything. It's just bro science. I think it'd save space to maybe add some more sub bullets to your past projects instead and fill that space up. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I also think that you could probably add some more abilities. Like, do you know anything about Agile, Scrum?
No.
All right. Well, take 10 minutes and go learn about it. Put that on your resume, because that's really all you need, right? You ever used a Trello board?
No.
Okay. Go make a Trello board. It takes 5 minutes. Drag some stuff around your to-do list. Put Agile on this, and you're good to go. Boom.
Okay.
Brand new skill added in 5 minutes. Because I mean, you probably know what it is. It's like when you take a task from the to-do to in progress to in QA to done, basically, like a little Kanban sticky note board. Maybe you do that. I don't know what you do there, but
yeah, I have my own like to-do app that I use. It's not Trello, but
what is it?
Yeah,
Notion.
Any do, I think.
Oh, well, it's kind of like that, right? You just drag it from to do, in progress, done type deal. That's okay. Boom. Go ahead, put Agile on here. We discussed it. You're a pro.
Okay.
That's Agile is just this big, funny like thing that people think is so complicated. It's like, no, you spend 2 weeks doing this set of tasks, and you get as many done as you can. You estimate how long each one's going to take before you start the official sprint. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, you just look at what you did and talk about what you didn't get done and why. That's it. Boom. Agile. Put that on your resume.
Okay.
You know anything about version control?
No.
You should probably...
Version control?
Yeah. Version control.
No.
You're going to need to know about Git, at least a little bit, because that's what you're going to use.
We use Git in my Python classes. Yeah.
Do you have a GitHub?
not with an active repo. They deleted it after we or moved on from the class.
But do you have a GitHub account?
Yeah.
All right. You should use that GitHub account to host your portfolio.
Okay.
I have a video you can watch on it. That sounds so douchey. I have a video you can watch it. But like I really do.
Well,
Otherwise it's like 15 minutes of me sitting here explaining it to you.
Well, yeah, and then me clicking around while you're voice guiding me.
Yeah. Create digital and print ads, science posters, schedules, infographics, and logos which reach the entire campus. Can you verify that? How do I verify that?
I guess I can't.
So that's what, like, I'm pretending to be the employer, you know? I'm gonna be like, where can I see this? He's claiming a whole lot. How can I see this?
Yeah. I mean, our building has a lot of people, and they come in and out all the time. So it may not be that. It may be a stretch to say the entire campus, but I feel like a lot of people do come in contact with it.
You should have pictures of your designs somewhere. In
the actual building and stuff.
No, I mean like in your past projects, I should be able to click on one of those past projects to link into like one of these design new advertisements to catch students' attention. Give me an example of one of those in your past projects.
Okay.
That way it matches up. I just look up top, look up the bottom. Oh, okay, yeah, this is what he means. Or you just put the link right in there in the bullet point. Just add a little hypertext link.
Okay. That's not bad.
Communicate face-to-face and electronically with a 6-person team to complete various projects at once. Take that off. That's like requirement. Okay. I mean, I guess that's what you did, but that's kind of what you do at every job. So I would just take that off. Like you have to communicate to have a job. Produce graphics for campus recreations, center social media outlets. Can you link to those? In there, I would put a link for the Instagram and Facebook or whatever. Like in that bullet point. And then it opens those pages where I could see your work or the direct links to your work. Or like when you say graphics, do you mean like icons, logos, mottos?
Icons and then advertisements that I would make for the building.
Okay. Navigate and organize department-wide file server can what did that do? What did the organization do to clean up? Like how fast it was?
I guess it can't be quantifiable, but it did help speed up some workflow things and
put that in.
Okay.
That's what you put. Navigate and organize the department-wide project file server, resulting in faster workflows for finding content or something like that.
Yeah. Because before it was like just scattered files across many, many different folders across the entire server.
Great.
And there's a 6-person team with like 3 departments, and so there's so many files that are just all over the place.
Yeah, if you definitely improve the workflow, put that you improve the workflow. You can't just like organize and not say what was the result of that.
Okay.
What about your intern job? Why is that not on here?
This was what I sent to internships. I haven't remade my resume yet because I just finished that internship 2 or 3 weeks
thanks,
ago.
Brandon. Appreciate you.
And since I'm not applying for jobs yet, I haven't made it yet. I'm in a class right now to like make my portfolio basically.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete this references section on the left, and you're gonna put that in your cover letter, references upon request, and you're gonna move your past projects over to the left side. You're gonna make all those links, and then you're gonna bump all that white space down. So relevant skills will come down. Your campus recreation job will come down, and your new job, your intern one that you recently had, will be at the top. Now we have space made available because past projects could easily fit on that left column. And you can make each one of those links that open a page that show directly your examples.
Mm-hmm.
I would also have links, like little icon links that go to your Behance and your Dribble on here. And a GitHub. Even if you don't have anything on it yet, just include a little GitHub logo as a link to your GitHub.
Okay. I did download and I pulled my repo before they deleted everything, so I have the files somewhere, so I could put that back up there too. I don't know if that would be any help, but
no, it's all good. You should mess with that template, and then we can upload it. We can upload it to GitHub.
Yeah.
We could do that another time though. But the main thing that's got to go is that there's arbitrary bars, skills, levels. You know, because I don't know, like 95% of Photoshop. Really? You know everything? Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. You're right.
So if you know like 95% of Photoshop, that's still like 300% more knowledge than I have. But you're telling me that you only have 95% knowledge, so you might know less than me, even though you know way more than me. I don't know. These bars are just so confusing and they don't mean anything.
Yeah. I guess I was just trying to find a way to illustrate my skill, which is a hard thing to do because it's not really a tangible thing. So that was the best way I thought that I could do it.
Now they'll give you a test. They'll give you a test, and you'll be like, or they'll give you a test, or they'll say, "Let me see some examples," and that'll be the proof. The proof is in your work. Quality is in that your results speaks for themselves. That's how this works. So you going to them, trying to qualify them with this doesn't mean anything. You always just want to reference past work. You just want to reference past results, past outcomes, past anything that you've done. That's why all these links are important to have.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What else? You don't have your picture on here. That's good. You don't have like a little. You could put like a little summary, like "Hi, I'm Scott." Well, I mean, you have graphic designer. Just leave it as designer. That'll be fine.
Okay.
I guess we could apply to a job or two. What do you think? If you really want. Well, I mean, we can't, right? Because your resume is not updated.
Yeah, it's not. But if you wanted to, we can always do that another time.
Well,
because I would love help looking for a job.
Do this. Take me to the websites that you applied to and walk me through your process of applying.
The website like that I use to look for jobs?
Just walk me through your process.
Indeed. I was actually looking up remote jobs, so that's funny.
Go to weworkremotely.com. I'm going to respond to chat while you go to weworkremotely.com.
That's fine.
Okay. Does Josh have Discord? Yeah, I do. Links down there in the description. Chris the Mammal, what's up, dude? Drew, what's up? Great feedback. Thanks, man. Josh, how do you get on a call like this? Yesterday I was talking about like helping someone look for jobs live on stream because I thought this might be helpful. Show you how I do it. He's not a dev. He's graphic design, so it's outside my forte, right? But I think the process is still pretty similar when it comes to resumes and cover letters. It's not more to it than that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just message me on Discord if you want to get on a call like this one day. Okay. So which one of these would you apply to?
I would.
Product designer. Go to product designer.
Well, the problem with this is I don't have mobile experience.
It don't matter. Ignore that. Anything that says this was requirement, ignore. Just scroll down to experience in wireframing and designing in Sketch. Do you have any of that?
Yep. I didn't see that was across both web and mobile. I thought that was saying like app development. Like I can't do that.
Nah. Track record of solving complex problems on that. You can't really prove that. True team player attitude. Can't really prove that. User experience intuition is inherently unprovable, so that's a stupid requirement. This is just subjective to the person who's looking at your application and what you've made.
I can get a feeling that you're definitely good at it.
What if the dude woke up on the wrong side of the bed today when he looks at your previous projects? He's like, well, it's not, just because his attitude's sour.
Yeah.
This is giving me some weird vibes about this company. It might just be like, well, we go based on our gut feeling. Well, that's not how life works, man. It's all about data, Just be careful.
That's a good way to do business, is your gut.
Yeah, just go with your gut,
Yeah.
You know what stand-up is, right?
Yep.
All right. Product strategy. You good at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in marketing, and I've taken marketing classes, so
what about?
We talk a lot about that.
You know what Jira is?
No.
It's basically do you know what Trello is?
Yeah.
That's
organization.
It's that's basically a Trello board, but for the Atlassian suite.
Okay.
So it's just a agile thing, agile software. Flexible work hours. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this job. Go back. I mean, you could apply, but I don't.
That's
stupid.
fine. product designer in Missouri.
Do you have any designs for applications, like actual web applications?
I have a mock-up of a UI UX project.
Yeah, dude. Let me see it. Let's take a look, because this is got to be your bread and butter for these jobs right here.
Yeah.
This looks really good.
And thanks. It's a video, and I'm not controlling it, but
Oh, you got.
could pull up. I could pull up the file. I guess,
No, this would be like my. This would be my baby right here. This is what I would point to everything on my on my resumes and my cover letter. This is like everything that you need right here. This is for these jobs, especially. Your graphic design is great, but this is what they want right here. So I'd be really pushing this. But this is the first time you showed it to me. How did I know this existed? Is this somewhere I could find?
No.
Oof, big oof. All right, yeah, this gotta be front and center on everything that you do.
Well,
this
is one of the first projects I did with it. I didn't know if it was that good or not to go in a portfolio.
Of course it is.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, dude, this has got to be your everything. Let's see. Fit on tech interview questions. Not much, but here. What do you mean? Thanks for the 2.
I do really like UI and UX, which is why I started getting into that. So that's why I was looking.
Any tips for design, Sam?
Maybe those types of positions, but I don't know how well a UI UX would do remotely. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, there's not a whole lot of like getting stuck and waiting for people to help you figure out code stuff. It's more like, hey, have these 5 designs to me by tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Well, all right, let me ask you a question. I don't think this is a good question for me. Sam says, I've been learning back-end web. He wants to be full stack, but he sucks at design and creativity. What do you do to get into design? How do you get that creative flow?
I know this isn't the answer that he wants, and it's the answer I hate hearing. But honest to God, you just gotta practice. And I will honestly tell you, you do not need to go to college for design. It is a huge waste of money. I can tell you as a college senior, it's a waste of money. So you can look up YouTube tutorials, anything you want, you can learn. And the way I do it when I'm learning any new software is I open up the program and see how far I can get on my own, just completely on my own with my own tuition. And then when I get stuck, I look up that specifically what I want to do. It's like, well, I don't know how to resize the canvas, so I look on YouTube how to resize the canvas.
What program are we talking about? We talking about Illustrator or Photoshop, or what are we talking about?
Really, anything in the Creative Cloud you can do that with.
Give him an example. He's got nothing. What would you start with?
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Like, would you recommend Photoshop, Illustrator, Sketch, or what? Sigma? Not Sigma.
I would recommend Illustrator, but if you can't pay for it, there are some good free versions of software.
Carlos, yeah, it'll work on your resume too.
Off the top of my head.
You could try Figma, Sam. Figma's free for Windows. All right,
and it really sucks too because I still have to pay for my Creative Cloud subscription every month, even though I'm a student. I mean, we get discounted rates, but the college doesn't provide it. So I would still be spending just as, I would be spending like the same amount of money if I didn't go to school and be learning the exact same thing.
Right. Okay, so let's go back to these design jobs. These are senior, yeah, whatever. Just look for something that says design. That's all I really care about.
UX.
Anything that just says design. I don't care if it says UI, UX. If it's got the word design in it, marketing designer, click that. Oh, this is in Finland. Nope.
Oh.
Doist. Okay. Feeling empowered. Yeah. Let's scroll to the bottom.
Okay.
Experience working on branding design. You have that, right? But you don't have any links to that. But that's you. Team player. You got that. That's a bullet point that you have to take off. But you could talk about that in your cover letter. You got English. Check. Multicultural team. I think that just don't be a dick.
I'm not a racist, so.
Yeah.
Check.
Thorough understanding of digital typesetting. That's you. This is your job. 2 to 5 years experience, whatever. Ignore that. Just apply anyways. If they like your designs enough, what does the experience mean, man? You know? Like your ability to show up to work on time.
I do have 2 to 5 years anyway.
Right, exactly. So make sure to mention that you've been doing this and you're going to college as a supplementary education, not because this is all your experience. Just make sure to say that, right? Because they're going to think that you have zero experience getting paid to do this, or you've ever done it at all if you don't say that. Especially when they see that fresh college stamp, they're going to think that you're fresh into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I am worried, because I know we were talking about before about going ahead and applying now, but I don't know how quick the turnaround time is for being hired for a remote position, because like this is a 40-hour-a-week job, and I can't do that while going to school. Even though I wouldn't mind dropping out, I mean.
No. You don't say that, man. You're just like you apply and you're like, hey, I'm about to graduate in December. I'm happy to apply, and I'd love to do this job full time if we could meet in the middle somewhere. But do you think there's any way we could arrange some part-time remote work, or if not, put this position on a temporary hold, or I get hired in a few months, or whatever. You can negotiate with them. You don't have to be like, this is like what you see, you think this is your only option. But if you can just get an email back, you have a conversation, and now you can be like, oh, by the way, I'm in school. Is there any way that we could do this 40-hour thing, like, in December, and I'll do part-time? If maybe that'll give you a chance to test me out, since you don't think I'm, whatever, I'm new, right? I don't know, negotiate, dude. You sell yourself there.
I just have a hard time having a backbone with that, because I don't know.
Well,
when I watch your videos
anyways.
and stuff, you're just like, well, just say this, and I'm like, I wish I could say that, but I feel like I can't say that because something awful is gonna happen, but I know nothing really.
They're gonna say no anyways, right? Might as well try.
Yeah.
Like, if the guy's already made up his mind, or thought that he's made up his mind, well, hold on. Let's talk about different options. Well, what do you mean different options? Well, hold on. Let me present some to you. Give me a second. Hold on. Don't hang up.
Get out of my face.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's,
That's what I think's going to happen.
Let's see. Flexible schedule and location, right? So you might be able to even do that right there. Maybe you could email and be like, I noticed that it said flexible schedule and location. I'm still in college, but I'm graduating soon. Is there any way that I could work less than 40 hours or something? I don't know. I
do have a pretty light schedule this semester, so I mean, this job specifically could be a potential.
I mean, you got all the things here: HTML, CSS, Git, icon illustration, animation work, 2 to 5 years experience. You got to be hitting that apply button because you have everything, but it's just not on the same spot where we can find it.
Right. I need to get my resume together.
Let me see.
Old professors would get the.
Sam.
Hurry up.
Let's see. Are there any reliable tools that convert design to HTML and CSS? I mean, not reliable. I mean, maybe like Zeppelin, but there's not like a converter that's gonna be, great. I don't know. Bookmark this job. This is a pretty decent job. Okay. All right, you take me to a job that you would apply to without me saying what to do, and then we'll just talk about it.
Okay. Well, normally I would go on Indeed and search in Fort Lauderdale because that's where I would be moving to.
Nope. Take off graphic design. Just put design.
Okay.
You're limiting yourself to people who want like print media with that word.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I normally wouldn't look at places that don't already list their salary, because I feel like if they're not willing to be upfront with the money, then there's no reason for me to try.
I think it depends on how much they like your stuff and your niche.
Mm-hmm.
They got to compete. Like in code, you got to compete with people that know tech stacks. In this, it's like, what if they think your work is just amazing, and the person who looks at your work is like, oh my god, you're like, this is like the Mona Lisa to me, I would apply anyways.
I would probably apply to this one. I think I've seen this one before.
Oh, thanks.
They want UI UX photography, which I am very experienced in. Design and animation. I have a lot of experience. I'm actually really into mountain biking, which is a big plus.
Put that in your cover letter then.
So I have all of these except CNC routing, which I guess I can learn, but I've never.
Say that. So what you're telling me is what you put in your cover letter. Say, I have experience with UI, UX, photography, all this stuff. I've not worked with a CNC routing in a professional capacity, but I am open to learning it if given the opportunity. Moved on.
Right. And what is your opinion on preferred when they list preferred?
That's not on them. That's a Indeed thing. Indeed says, is this a requirement or preferred? So Indeed comes up with this little menu that says input skill, and you type the skill you want. As you can see, the guy messed up on the first bullet point. It's a lowercase r. It says relevant 1 year. I don't even know what that means, right? But he messed up. And Indeed says, do you want this to be preferred or do you want this to be required? And if they check required, and go ahead and click apply. Look what happens. Whatever, just hold on. I know as soon as you type a letter, it's going to autofill, and I don't want that. So I'll put me on a screen for now. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and get to the next stage, and then tell me when you're done.
Okay.
What tips do you have for stuttering in an interview? Just slow down, man. Don't worry too much. Gotta be outcome independent.
I have a hard time with that.
It's a two-way interview. People think it's one way, like they're interviewing you, which is what everyone thinks, but it goes both ways. Let me know when you're done.
It's making me apply. Okay, I just put a file. Okay, I'm at the next part.
Oh, you're at the next part? All right.
Yep.
All right. So right here, it says how many years of relevant experience do you have? And you can see it says preferred, so you can put whatever here. So go ahead and put whatever until you get to Adobe Creative Suite and graphic design. So just put 111 and then click continue. And then the second page right here sees how many years of Adobe Creative Suite do you have, and you see down there in that bullet point at the bottom where it says Adobe Creative Suite in the background, 1 year required.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't put 1 and you put anything else but 1 or up, this application is not getting sent. LinkedIn just filters it out. That's how this works.
Kind of messed up.
And it's the same thing for the question below that, graphic design right there. If you put anything less than 1 year and up, this is not getting sent. Yeah. And then are you able to work? And if you put no, you can see it's required. This is not getting sent.
Oh.
So whenever you see those required things, just understand that they're not always required. People just put that, but they're still open to negotiation, even though it says required. It's stupid. Okay, yeah. Anyways, you can just close out of this, but that's how that works. What do I think about preferred and required? It's Indeed and the person making it. They don't actually type this all out. It's just a questionnaire that you fill out when you post a job on Indeed, and then it formats it like this. Like that upper section above job description, that's like a little paragraph area that you can type in when you're posting a job. But all this stuff below, experience, location, all that's formatted by Indeed on their end. You just input the little text.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how it works. Because I posted some jobs before on this for like my ex-girlfriend's dad had a company who was looking to hire somebody, and I made a job. It was all exactly like this. And then I was like, oh, well, this is why I didn't get responses.
Yeah.
Because you're
it
like,
is kind of...
What?
No, go ahead.
Because it's like, you're like, oh, I don't have 1 year. All right, I'll put like 9 months. Nope, you're getting filtered out, Like when in reality, if you had just put 1 year and then you get to the interview and you're like, oh, I don't have quite 1 year. I'm at like, 10 months. They'll be like, that's fine.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's a stupid filter.
I was going to say, it is kind of nice that we work remotely makes you pay to post, which I feel like it is a little bit of a barrier for people that don't value what they're actually trying to hire. Like they wouldn't try to hire a designer to be a full stack developer and a designer and a customer service person.
Indeed makes you pay. Indeed.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, Indeed makes you pay. You can post for free, but your job won't show up. It gets like hidden. It's like Facebook updates. Like, yeah, it'll.
Well, then why even post it?
Well, you can post for free or you can pay, and it's cheaper than $300. That's why they post here. It's like $50 or $30. It's not super expensive. And on Stack Overflow, those are the high quality jobs. It's $7,000 to post on Stack Overflow.
Whoa.
So those people that are posting on Stack Overflow, they got serious money. They're serious about their job. Indeed is like,
that's really competitive.
This is why all the garbage jobs are here, because the company's like $50. Oh, it's like over the budget anyways.
Are there design jobs on Stack Overflow, or is it only coding?
I've seen like product managers. I haven't seen product designers. You could look. I don't remember.
I can look.
Click the hamburger top left, and then software jobs, and then just type designer. See what comes up. Oh, there's designers.
Oh,
You can go to Canada. Give you a visa sponsor.
I'd love to go to Canada.
You can sort by remote with that checkbox up there. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
These are engineer jobs.
Yeah.
These are big companies anyways. Sort by newest. You're going to see the stuff that's being, like that feature. You see how that dude has that little featured banner right there?
Mm-hmm.
He paid an extra $3,000 to get that.
Whoa.
There's like 10 grand to post that job right there. You're looking at $10,000 worth of a job on Stack Overflow. And that
Have
one
a
little,
yellow
yeah,
overlay.
because it shows up at the top of all the results.
Wow.
Yep.
Doesn't look like it because it says there isn't exactly what we searched for.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is typically for dev jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, Dribble's got a job section. Just Google Dribble jobs. They have a career section, I think. There you go. Lots of good stuff in here.
You can select your skills.
Mm-hmm. Type of work. I think you can, yeah, remote anywhere. So yeah, you're good. And you can just sort anywhere. So Sans Institute, senior product designer. Anything that says senior for like design stuff, I would specifically ignore anything that said senior in design, because I'm sure that you know some kid that's like 19 that designs better than some person who's been doing it for 30 years because it's so subjective,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what good. It's what looks good to the other party.
Yeah.
So,
And you have to take your audience into account too. So.
mm-hmm. Or your style, if your style really resonates with someone.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is super subjective. Yeah, this is a good spot. You can bookmark this website. It's pretty good stuff in here. Will this live stream be saved as a video? Yes. Should I work as a programmer or a dentist? I think that's a very polarizing question there. You should work. You should work as a programmer.
Do you like teeth?
Yeah. Do you like making people smile or making them cry? I guess depending on what you're doing to their teeth. You can't work remote as a dentist, so there's that. And you can't make passive income as a dentist because what are you selling? Teeth. I mean, you gotta get physical teeth. Anyways, yeah, it's like 8:40. We've been streaming for like an hour, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
Good. Well,
I really appreciate all your help, man. I needed all of this, and I wrote down a bunch of stuff, so this is really helpful. So I really, really appreciate it.
we got to get that resume in check, and then we can actually apply.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, we can do another stream and everything, fix the resume up, and then actually apply. Because I'm ready to get hired before I graduate.
You definitely should, or you should have the offer. Like, you should have your hiring date or your start date in place before you graduate. That's the only way to do it. Cool. So any other questions? How do you deal with a company that tries to throw their amazing benefits on you every time you ask for something like driving compensation? Driving compensation. All right. You want to know how you deal with this, Samuel? You open a business, and you business expense those miles because you're doing some business work after work. And now, instead of getting compensated for it, you just save more money on your taxes. I mean, I don't know. What's your day job currently? I don't have one. I don't want one. Hard pass on that. Been there, done that. I just help other people get jobs. That's where I'm at now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's kind of slow, not a whole lot of engagement in the chat, but hopefully just watching, you got a lot out of it.
At least I got something out of it.
Yeah, at least Scott got something out of it. If you want to do something like this, just message me. And then Scott, just message me when you update it. We'll do it again. We'll actually apply.
Yeah.
Sound good?
I'm down.
Okay. All right, stream. We'll see you later. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.